So we should be live, so I'm just going to quickly go to flipping tools here so I can have this video embedded into all the listings I'm going to do. So I got a large stack of Laserdiscs, roughly 27 at this time, that I've already just finished photographing and doing drafts of on eBay. So now I have to go through the process of finishing up these listings, correcting the weight, as well as the package dimensions, and adding any specific details that I might have to add for individual titles, like possible actors in the title and so forth. So this video is just going to be me talking as I normally do, answering questions if I see any pop up in chat, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. It'll probably be boring for most people, so anybody that actually watches and sticks around, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Again, as always, I appreciate everybody's support that makes a purchase from me on eBay or through my Facebook page or any of the other social media places I go through. Alright, so the first movie we're going to start off with is 2010, the year we made contact. And just so people know, like, a Laserdisc is quite literally a record-sized movie. These came out, late 80s, early 90s, I believe. And today they're not obviously as good as, say, a Blu-ray video most of the time. Sometimes they're better quality, sometimes they're not as good quality. Obviously, a Blu-ray will have a higher resolution than, say, a Laserdisc video, because a Laserdisc video is still only standard definition. But these came out in a great time, the same time as like just shortly after like VHS and Betamax type stuff. But they make great wall pieces, like great art pieces for like hanging in your wall. I find that the IKEA record size frames they can get generally for around $10 Canadian, give or take, hold these things pretty well, and they are great to display in, say, your man cave or in your home theater. And that's mainly why I pick them up, not because I want to watch them. Some of these I do actually watch, and there is a video on my YouTube channel where I show how I actually give each video a quick playtest. Since I cannot rip these videos, I can only do quick playtests. I use a Sony MDP-800 in order to play back Laserdisc movies for my home entertainment system. It does the trick, and one thing nice I like about it is it does the automatic reverse, so I don't have to get up halfway through the movie to flip the disc. That being said, once one side of the disc is done, you still have to wait a few seconds for it to actually move the laser so it can actually start reading the other side. But I've been very happy over the years with my Sony MDP-800. And I've watched the good majority of all these videos at least once on my player. Alright, so let's open up my draft for 2010, the year we made contact. As you can see, I've already created a bunch of drafts. Alright, so we're going to go to resume draft. And as you can see, I got several pictures, multiple different angles of the various corners and sides, top and front and the back of the discs, just so people can see or try to see to the best of my ability, the condition of each individual disc. The condition of the individual discs will vary from disc to disc. Some may have like minor scratches, fingerprints, obviously dust. Since they've been in storage for so long, there is a good possibility that there will be dust on the disc. But quick playback of all these videos, they'll load up on my device with no issues. Laserdiscs are commonly known to have what's known as a laser rot, which will produce a kind of like a snow effect during playback. This is common for a lot of Laserdiscs, not all Laserdiscs, but it's common for Laserdiscs, HD DVDs, and of course DVDs. The older these discs get, the more susceptible they are to laser rot, and that could be for a variety of reasons, from like the way that they press these discs, the way they manufacture the discs, possible like, and it's usually because of the adhesive they use between the layers, which would cause the the glue to degrade over time. But I just want to make that clear because it is a common thing. Anybody that collects laserdiscs is obviously aware of this, but not everybody is. This video I'm going to be embedding into all these listings, so we're just going to go down to the UPC area so that I can use my trusty barcode scanner to scan the UPC. Copy that, use that. Of course, one thing I do try to do when I do store and pick up laserdiscs and vinyl records is I try to put them into these plastic sleeves in order to keep the discs in as best condition, the disc as well as the case in as best condition as I can. But that's also why I take multiple pictures of all the closed sides of the case in order to try to better represent what I'm actually selling. I'm going to be listing all these as good condition. And let's just see here. Let's go back up to the top here. 2010 year we made contact, and we're just going to paste in that. Do I see any actor names on the top here? I don't really see Roy Scheider, I believe his name is, but I'm not going to type that in. Alright, so we got this one. So now what I want to do is I want to just open up a new tab, bring that over to my other screen, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to eBay and to see what this has sold for in the past. So I'm just going to scan or search for 2010, the year we made contact. Go down to sold listings. It looks like one sold for $27.69 from Italy. That's interesting. So we're just going to go down here. I'm just going to use my standard price for probably the majority of all these, which obviously you can make a offer and whatnot. The average weight for the laserdiscs once they're packed up, we're going to say is 1 kilogram with 34 by 34 by 4 centimeters as the dimensions. And that should give me enough weight and room, shipping dimension wise, to be able to actually properly pack the laserdisc, which I've also created various videos for in the past about how I ship various like record or laserdisc size things. Generally what I'll do is I'll take the disc or the vinyl record out of the case and put it on the top, and then I'll wrap it in bubble wrap and then try to pack it as best I can inside of essentially what looks like a pizza box almost. These boxes, they fold it down to the various sizes, so you can have like 2 or 4 or whatever amount of movies in there into this box, and still be able to pack it with tender loving care. Alright, so we're actually going to change the price of this one to say $16. Alright, we're going to hit list. And obviously as I list things, I want to be able to put them on my Facebook page, so people on my Facebook can see what I'm selling. We're going to log into my Facebook account, create post, copy the link from eBay, Give it a moment to actually get the information. Post. Alright, and we're going to hit done. We'll put this one on the side for now. And we'll go to my next video. In this case, it'll be Natural Born Killers. Of course, this has Robert Downey Jr., Woody Harrelson, Juliette Lewis, and Tommy Lee Jones. So it's a great cast of people. And depending on your personality, it can be a good movie. Alright, so where did I put Natural Born Killers? There you are. Alright, we're just going to do a quick... Where did I put my barcode scanner? Alright, it's down there. Alright, I see a few going for anywhere from like, $10 all the way up to $15. Obviously, I got lots of pictures. So we're going to go down to where the barcode is. Barcode, scan that in. Copy that. Use product. I'll just put that down for now. And we will enter in the actor's names. So let's see here. We got Robert Downey Jr. We got Tommy Lee Jones. And of course I can't fit any more characters, so I'm just going to copy that. And of course I've been forgetting to enter in the link, so let's just close that there. That's one thing I forgot to do before when I create these drafts. I forgot to do now we can go to show all, see more options, show HTML code, and then I can search this for that. I can go paste that, remove the HTML code, and now I can see we got the video of me listing this particular item linked in the description for this particular listing. And we're going to change this to $16 and people can make an offer. Promote the listing. Alright, 1 kilogram should be more than enough to give me ample room to actually be able to practice properly. And we gotta go into quick list item. Alright, and just like the other ones, listed to my Facebook page. Right. Copy the link. Maybe I'll just put this over here so I can show what I'm doing on my Facebook page. Alright, we're going to hit post. Not now. I'm using I used a website called flippertools.com, which allows me to copy the URL for a video on YouTube, paste it in here, and then it gives me all the code I need to actually embed a video into my eBay listing. Just in case anybody's wondering. So we got Natural Born Killers done. The next movie we're going to do is called Fargo. Again, whenever I have them available, I do use plastic protective sleeves over top of the disc or the case in order to, while they're in storage, as well as while they're in your storage or on your shelf, they can be kept in the best condition as possible. Alright, let's find Fargo. Resume draft. And while I'm waiting for that to open up, I'm going to quickly see what this has sold for in the past. Okay, it looks like there's none currently available on eBay. And that's for worldwide. Let's remove these sold, or none have sold. Alright, brand new is going anywhere from like $22, $17. Let's go down to this so I can scan the UPC code. And of course, occasionally, from time to time, there will be the odd item that you get with the UPC code that eBay has, that eBay doesn't have in their catalog, which is always unfortunate because it means that you will have potentially more information that you have to add yourself, like the show title, Fargo. Alright, do we have actor names? I don't see the actor names on the front here. And I don't have my glasses on as usual, so I can't really read the back that well. So I'm just going to put that down, and we are going to change the price of this one. But first we need to see more options, show HTML code. Undo that. Copy the URL for the code for flipping in tools or flipper tools, so that the video can be in this listing as well. We're going to change the price of this one to $10. Parcel calculated shipping. Weight we're going to leave as 1 kilogram. Dimensions 34 by 4 centimeters. We'll promote it because if it helps sell the item faster, albeit. And we'll hit list. Go to my Facebook page. Paste that. Share listing, copy the URL. Paste that in there, give it a moment to actually load up. Okay, we got Fargo listed on my showing on my Facebook page. Links to my eBay store as well as my Facebook page are in the description down below, in case anybody's wondering. So as I list things, you can actually go to my Facebook page, click on the link before it's been gone through the eBay system, because I find that it generally takes anywhere from like 10 to 15 minutes for any new listing to be to show up in the actual search results on the ebay.ca website. I list to eBay Canada. I don't list to ebay.com because I want to be able to have access to the Canada post rates, which is what I primarily use to ship things out. Sometimes I'll use, say, FedEx International Ground, because at times that can be a little bit cheaper. Alright, so I'm going to hit done on Fargo, and we'll go back to this. The next one we're going to do is The Rock. Resume draft. So while I'm waiting for that to load, I want to just quickly do a quick check to what this could go for. Right, sold listings. Right, let's list it for $10. Some of the pictures, depending on the light, you know, it'll show like a rainbow effect on the disc, like this here, and that's just perfectly normal. Whenever you put a optical disc under light, you will see a rainbow effect. You can do this yourself by taking like any DVD, any CD, putting it under light, and you will see a rainbow effect. That looks like a crack. All right, let's actually pull out disc 2 from The Rock here. So we got The Rock right here. And what we want to do is we want to pull out disc, or essentially the first of the 2 discs. So we got the discs right here. Alright, so what we're looking at here is side 2. So hopefully you can actually see this. There are no cracks. I'm not sure why it looks like that in the picture, but there are no cracks. It's probably just due from the various lighting and reflections of other lights in the room. But yeah, this is what a Laserdisc looks like, in case anybody didn't know. It's a giant record size video disc, and it's definitely significantly bigger than, say, a DVD. This is a Laserdisc, and I'll just open up this. This is a DVD. This is for the Saint, but this is a Laserdisc. So you can see the size comparison between the two. Definitely significantly bigger. So I'm just going to put this disc back in that case. Whenever I grab a Laserdisc, I try to put my 2 fingers in the middle, 1 finger on the bottom, because I try not to touch the discs whenever possible, because fingerprints can cause you know, the grease from your hands to get on the disc and then cause potential playback issues. Okay, so let's put the Rock back into the case. I just wanted to quickly show that there are no cracks in that disc. Okay, let's put that down so we can actually open up this case. So here's the Rock. I'm just going to put that on my lap. Do a quick price check. It doesn't sell for overly that much, so what we're going to do is we're going to do, like, say we'll do like $10 on it. We'll enter in the UPC, and hopefully this one's actually in there. No, yet another movie. I find that a good, it's safe to say on average at least 60% of the items I've personally tried to list on eBay didn't have an entry in the eBay catalog system. So what we need to do is movie title. We got The Rock. Actor, we got Sean Connery. We'll use there. Again, I do like putting the actor names in the listing title. As it does potentially help with search results. Alright, the custom SKU I'm leaving as BS10, and that's just my reference for black shelf number 10. Condition remove is good. Go over here, see more options, and I really wish I did leave or have this in the in my template before I started doing all these. It would have saved a lot of time and effort, but it is what it is. I'm also find that when I do sometimes when I'm entering in a certain field, you know, it's not actually keeping it in there from time to time on eBay. Go over to my Facebook page, create post, The Rock. Share, copy the URL. Go to done. And next one we're going to do is, was it Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country? So let's find Star Trek. There you are. So here is Star Trek. Obviously, that's got William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, and of course George Takei and Nichelle Nichols. And I'm just going to quickly pop over to years ago. Like we're talking like probably a good 10 or so years ago now, if not more. And we just pop over to my personal Facebook page here, and if I go to my photos, switch profiles, and if I go to photos, albums, like years ago I did get a chance to say meet William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy, and later on I did actually get a chance to be their what would I call? Well, what would I have called it? Their security, their liaison, or their escort while at conventions. That's Dan Payne. Somebody's with you know, I did work with Creation Entertainment where I did like this was a liaison and escorting, so like I did get to meet a lot of awesome people. This is not signed, by the way. It was always fun. It was, of course, what was his name? Renee passed away years ago, as well as Leonard Nimoy, and of course now Nichelle Nichols. So I'm glad I had the opportunity to meet them and work with them in the extent that I did back in the day. Alright, so we need to get back to this eBay listing before I start rambling on and reminiscing about the times I got to nerd out but not nerd out, because obviously when you're working with various celebrities and you're a fan of their work, you don't want to be a nerd. You know, you don't want to be geeking out the entire time. You want to be professional. Alright, so we got the pictures for this one. Let's go down to the UPC area. Scan in the UPC. And of course there's no UPC. Surprise, surprise. Alright. Clear that. It's not a music or concert. Sci-fi fantasy. Movie title. No, it doesn't have these people. What we will put down is let's put William Shatner down there. I'm pretty sure that's how you spell it. Insert, show HTML. Copy my reference code from Flipper Tools. Paste in that code. And what was this going for? Let's find out. Alright. So what I mean by is I put $8.99 there and then $9 for auto accept, and it just didn't save at that time. Alright, 1 kilogram. Alright, we're going to do that. Let's just see here. Go to that, copy that, Facebook page. Create a post. Get the URL. Whenever possible, I think it's also a good idea when you're listing things to eBay to actually post it on your social media page, because that's just another way for people to find your listings, whether it be through, like, say, Google or Bing or wherever, because it does make it it does get queried by various search engines, and if somebody searches for, say, Star Trek 6, or was it Star Trek 5, whatever it is, the Undiscovered Country, your listing or your post on either Facebook or eBay will potentially show up in a potential search result. So it's just another way for me to, you know, let people know that I do have these items for sale, so I do like posting it to my social media page. Alright, so let's put this one on the in the pile of items I'm going to have to put away. What's another good movie? How about Poltergeist? Alright, so let's quickly see what I can get for this before I open up a new draft. Okay, I'm not seeing any recent sold listings, so let's go back to just a normal thing. And where is Poltergeist? There it is. Resume draft. So obviously with this one here, you can see, which a common thing you will see on the cover of either a Laserdisc or a vinyl record is the imprint of the disc inside the case. Over time, this is a high probability that you will see, as well as potential like fraying on the sides from the disc may start to pop out. But this one, I don't see any fraying on the top, the side, or on the bottom. There may also be like stress marks, but obviously the main thing that I see on this one is the ring around the cover, as you can see in this picture. So like this ring here is what I'm talking about, and that goes all the way around. Alright, so currently listed on eBay, this particular disc, there's only two, and it's going for about anywhere from like $20 to $30, plus on average like $36 to $30 to ship from the United States. So since I'm in Canada, we're just going to Poltergeist Laserdisc. And let's actually copy Poltergeist, because I know I have to put that into movie title. Actually, it's right there. Or we're going to go into format Laserdisc. And for some reason I don't see where I can enter the UPC code. Show more. There we go. Scan that UPC. Use product. So I always try to do like a sanity check before I do listings a lot of times, but sometimes I'm like, I just want to quickly rush through listing as many things as I can, so sometimes I do miss a few things. Alright, do that. Show more, show HTML code. Copy that from Flipper Tools. Paste that in there, and we're going to list this as $20 because that's what the other ones seem to be going for. Actually, I'm going to list mine cheaper than everybody else, so I'll do $19.99 just so I can be slightly under the other person selling it. Make sure we change the weight to 1 kilogram. We'll do a promoted listing because I'd rather pay a little bit more to eBay to sell it faster than keep it on the shelf. Alright, so we are going to go to share, create post, copy that. And we'll post that to my Facebook page, put this on the side. And let's do one of my favorite movies with Jack Nicholson. Batman. Art Batman. Sounds like more like Bane than Batman, but here's my Batman Laserdisc. So let's just go to done. And we are going to go down to Batman. Let's open up the other eBay page so I can do a quick search. And if you're a Batman fan, this would make a great art piece to hang on your wall. There is a sticker on the actual case, as you can see in the pictures here. If you remove the discs from in here and you had like a hairdryer or some sort of heat gun, you could probably easily pull that off without any issues, and you could probably clean up the residue. But since these are cardboard cases, I generally don't do that because I don't want to put any fluids or potentially damage anything. I'll leave that to the buyer to take off, and that's just to make sure I can, not damage anything. Okay, it looks like this is going for about pre-owned anywhere from like $16 to $28. A brand new one's going for upwards of $45, we'll say. Alright, so let's see which ones are selling in Canada. Alright, we'll keep mine listed where it is, and then people can make an offer if they want. Alright, Batman Laserdisc. Let's go down to UPC, show more. Use product. Alright, Jack Nicholson will select. I can never remember if it's... Alright, just for a quick sanity check, I'm just going to make sure I got the name right. Yeah, I did spell it right. Alright, so we got Michael Keaton. And why did I get all those weird characters in there? So let's just correct that. Right, Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton. The not the original, but the second Batman movie, because obviously the original Batman movie was back in the was it 60s or 70s? All right, Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton, Laserdisc, Batman. Promote the listing. Go to list. Facebook page, create a post. Alright, post that. Not now, but one thing I believe I forgot to do for this listing was to come on, post. Was to add that link, so I'm just going to go to view listing, revise listing, okay, copy that, and if I search here for let's go paste. We'll leave the price the way I had it, and we'll just go revise listing. Okay, so Batman is now listed. What's next? This that I would feel like listing right now in front of any watchers. Ooh, how about Return of the Jedi, the CBS video cover? Right, let's see here. Let's go to the top of this page. I want to see what this variation of this video is going for. There's the UPC. Looks for recently sold for $25 plus $31 to ship from the United States. So let's just see what it's currently going for, not just sold. Alright, the only other two currently available are going for $26 and $33. This particular cover does have a few imperfections which are shown in the my listing. So if I open up my listing here, it's really nice that eBay allows us to have like 24 pictures now. It allows me to take the pictures of the front and back of each one of the two discs, as well as to take a lot of pictures showing, you know, the various imperfections on the case. So we are going to, CBS Fox Video cover, Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Let's go down to UPC, we'll scan that in. Of course, this is pre-special edition, so you get none of that extra stuff. A lot of people really hate these special editions or the remastered versions. So this is one of the only ways, besides like an old VHS tape, to actually watch the, what I guess we could probably call as like uncut versions of this particular movie. Alright, so this is going to be Star Wars Return of the Jedi, Harrison Ford, sci-fi fantasy, alright, so with what it's currently asking for on eBay, I'm going to leave, I'll actually put this to $25. That still is going to be cheaper than anybody else selling this particular movie right now on eBay. So we do promote a listing. We're going to hit list. So again, that's going to be for Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Again, another great title if you're a Star Wars fan for like your man cave or your, you know, movie theater, home theater room. So we're going to copy that, create post. Share. Go back to Facebook. And we're going to hit post. Alright, let's just redo that. There we go. Just close that window. Not now. Come on, just post it. Alright, so the next movie I'm going to do, I'll do maybe a few more here and then I'll call this stream it. I will do Raiders of the Lost Ark. Alright, so let's just do a quick quick search, see what this is currently going for on eBay. Not as much as say Star Wars is, but it's still going for a half decent amount. They're all coming from the United States by the looks of it. So let's find Raiders of the Lost Ark here. Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Gatefold. Harrison Ford. And we're going to go down to UPC. We'll go to use. And I'm just putting an insert in there, that way I can quickly search for that in order to find it amongst all this jumbled code. That way I can just copy, insert, and paste in the code from the Flipper Tool website, and that way I have this particular YouTube video on my eBay listing as I do it. Alright, we are going to change the price of this one to $16. And we'll go list. Of course, one thing I don't like about using the eBay app on my phone, besides it takes me longer to create the drafts on my phone than it is for me to scan things. But obviously, a vinyl record and a Laserdisc is too big to put onto my little flatbed scanner. Alright, so copy that, create post. Go to sharing. Copy that URL, and we'll paste that to the Facebook post, and we'll click post. Not now, we'll hit post, and we'll hit done. Alright, and the last one I'm going to do for now, I'll just give some examples of the other movies I will be listing today. We got Disney Home Video for Dumbo. I'm just going to put that aside. A classic one like Look Who's Talking. The majority of all these movies I keep in those plastic sleeves whenever I have them available. Chain Reaction with Morgan Freeman and Keanu Reeves. A Sean Connery movie called Outland. Starship Troopers. This is a heavy one. Must be a double disc. Yeah, it's definitely a double disc. It's a gatefold. Nope, not a gatefold. But we got Starship Troopers. We got Barry Lyndon. We got Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. We got a movie called Blue. James Bond GoldenEye. We got Super Ted Volume 1. This is was a Buena Vista Home Video. I believe they were bought out by Disney because it looks like the Disney Castle down here logo. But yeah, gotta list that one. We got Jeremiah Johnson. I've never seen this video, or at least I haven't in a very long time. It's still got the original plastic on it from the original packaging, but it is opened. Classic movie, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. We got Bound. This was the movie that the Wachowski brothers made before they made The Matrix. They made this movie in order to show that they could do a feature film. What's another movie here? We got Seven. Of course, this has Morgan Freeman, one of my favorite actors, as well as Brad Pitt, another great actor. The Professional with Jean Reno and Gary Oldman. We got The Arrival. Of course, this has Charlie Sheen in it. You know, he's got the blood of the tiger, or whatever he was saying that one night when he made that one video. We got True Romance. Of course, this has Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette. Great movie if you haven't seen it. The last movie I will be listing today will be called White. But those are just examples of the movies that I'm going to be listing today. Of course, if I finish these in enough time, I'm going to try to list some other items, but getting these 20 to 40 some odd movies done today would be a great accomplishment for me, in my opinion. That way I can put them onto the shelf, get them out of this particular area, and that way I can have a little bit more space. And it looks like my webcam stopped, so I'm totally sorry. I'm sorry that my webcam seems to have frozen up. I didn't realize that while I was doing this stream, so I do apologize for that. But I will be trying to get these done today, so don't forget to check out my Facebook page where you can see links to all these items eventually, as well as check me out on eBay, Canadian Brick Cafe, where you can see everything else I have for sale. At this point in time, if I go to my listings page, I'm currently sitting at 4,699 items. So again, thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.